So what needle do you use? Are you a big needle girl or are you a...
I'm a 1RL.
You're a 1RL.
Mm-hmm,
Okay.
Whole way through.
Okay. Yeah. I'm a big needle girl.
I know you are.
I know. But it's like we were talking, like I told you, it's like I get really super fascinated with all the trends. I got to jump on them and I got to do them and I got to like see what, the hype's all about. Mm-hmm. And I just have to do everything. And so when we were coming up with Loaded, our new organic line, it had to be a line that worked really well with the single needle because single needle doesn't implant a lot of pigment.
No.
So you need a strong line.
Yes.
If you're going to do single needle work. So, girl, I jumped on that single needle for the first time in like 10 years. And I did like
How
20 clients. Well, my first client, I wanted to like rip the needle out and put in my big 8 shader because it took so long. The thing about the big needles is... You can sit down, do a powder brow, and get the ombre effect in about 25 minutes because the big needle just whips across so fast, right? It's like painting a wall with a tiny little paintbrush or a big roller.
Yeah. Very good way to put it because that's exactly the effects. Okay.
So I'm just so used to sitting down and getting done quick that I think I got frustrated that it took so long and I didn't see color immediately. With the big needle, you see color immediately. Yeah. So I didn't think I was doing it right because I, do a little wipe. It's like, where's the damn
what is
color?
happening?
Where's the color? Yeah. But by the time I did but then of course it was a challenge to myself. Like I got to get good at this. Like I just got to.
That's exactly how I feel anytime using anything. I'm like, I gotta get this down.
Yeah. And I ended up getting quicker, but it's still a longer procedure, right? Okay. It takes longer with the single needle, but I ended up enjoying it. I ended up understanding why so many people like working with it and enjoying it. There's something about the layering process and watching it build slowly, right? I'm a little bit of an instant gratification girl. I just am. It's like in my DNA. So I went back to big needle mostly, but I will do, what I like to do now is I'll do like the tail over, get around the arch with my 8 shader. Okay. And then I'll switch to my single and ombre out like the fronts. So I get to kind of play with both needles now. Yeah, that's what I like to do.
Because the process, so I book 2.5 hours, 2 hours, and I dedicate that first hour, if I need it, to just brow mapping. Just like literally to get that bomb shape for you. Granted, it only takes me 30 minutes, but you just never know what situation is going to fit in your chair.
It can take NeeziieBabiie an hour to get a good pair of brows on where you like the shape. Yeah. So anybody that's taken too long to draw the brows, you're like, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it at all. And I tell my students that. I'm like, it can take you even longer.
So let me ask you this. Do you numb first?
No.
And then draw? No. I was going to say, doesn't their numbing cream wear off?
Yes. So no, we don't numb before. So you do the brow map. The shape is there. The client loves it. You get the green light. And then you outline that shape into the skin. So I do it
with no numbing?
No numbing. 1RL. I explain. I feel like if you
does it hurt the client?
No, I feel like if you tell the client what to expect, they're totally fine. But if you just didn't say anything and you're like, all right, let's get started, they might,
But you're not really going proper depth. You're just kind of scratching
grazing
the surface.
The skin.
Yeah.
It's all in the hand techniques. I'm barely grazing the skin, and I say, you're gonna feel this, but it's no big deal, and it's super fast, right? And then from there, what that's doing is that it's opening up the skin, and then we numb you.
Okay.
And also after the outline, I kind of run through the middle of the brow and kind of scratch in there a little bit, and then I numb it.
Okay.
And then I just flip-flop brows the whole time.
Oh, that's interesting. My friend Na, she was just out here, and she's single needle girl. Yeah. Super good, too. And so she does all her drawing, too. But then she puts some numbing cream over, and I'm like, how do you not lose your drawing? How do you do that?
Or like a little blurry or smudged out.
But she has a really interesting way of doing it. She kind of scrapes it off using this special thing. And when she scrapes...
It's all intact still?
It's all intact, the drawing. And I'm like, I have never seen that.
I don't have patience for that. I feel like you can handle that very little outline feeling. Because I've gotten my brows done and I know what it feels like. It's not really a big deal.
It's not that bad.
It's not that bad. To where, clients know they're getting a tattoo, you know, and they don't even they think it's going to hurt the whole time. And I'm like, no, you're not even going to feel, honestly, a thing once we actually get started. So.
I think most people are pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, they're like, oh my God, I haven't felt anything.
Now, do you do eyeliner?
No.
Why not?
I'm so nervous to get to the eye.
But if you're that good, this is my thoughts on that. Because I've been following you a long time, right? So you are at the point now, your brow work is bomb.
Thank you.
You know, your brows are good. You do really amazing brows.
Thank you.
So my whole thing is, you know, I'm an eyeliner girl. I do good eyeliner.
Yeah.
So my whole thing is, if your brow work is that good, then your eyeliner work would probably be that good. So at any point, Neezie,
yes,
are you going to cross over and like dive into eyeliner?
I don't know. I'm so nervous to get to the eye. Like
if you do, like you gotta hang out with me. Bring me up to your studio. I would only come to you, and we'll do an eyeliner together.
Okay.
Because I think you'd be good at it.